Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. And today I want to share with you a cute treat package and a coordinating card using the Masterfully Made suite. So I've used the designer series paper and the gorgeously made stamps and dies that are available in a bundle, or you can buy them separately. Buy them in the bundle, you save 10%. Inside this little treat package I have one of these eye masks, and this is just a little treat to my customers that ordered with me during August. So I love to send out a little treat, whether it be a cookie or a pencil or a pen or anything like that, and this time we're going for a little beauty relaxation treat for them. And I like to give them a handmade card as well, and if they use my host code then they also get a product gift as well, which is normally a pack of embellishments. So I thought I would just do a quick video whilst I make another one, and both the card and the gift package come from half a sheet of 12 by 12 designer series paper. So this piece measures 6 inches by 8 inches, and then I've got my usual card layer that is 10 by 14 centimeters. I know that's confusing that I use centimeters for cards and inches for 3D. It's just the way I am. It's the generation I was brought up in. Started off with inches, converted to centimeters. Equally comfortable with both. Centimeters just works better for me with A4 card, but as you can see, I've just taken a little bit off there from my sheet. Okay, so first things first, let's make the little package, and I've got my Simply Scored here, and this does not take an awful lot of scoring. So as I say, 8 inches by 6 inches, and on the 8-inch side I am scoring that at 2 inches, and then at 5 3/4. Turn that around, and on the shorter side, the 6-inch side, I'm just going to score that at 1/2 inch. Easy peasy. That's that bit done, and the actual construction of this package could not be more simple. So just folding and gently burnishing, because we are just talking about paper here. You don't have to go mad. There we go. And then I will bring in my larger scissors. So we've got this little square rectangle. It's not a square, Heather. Definitely not a square. I want to cut along that score line there and just do a little wedge in there, and do the same on this side. So little wedge, and then chop this piece off like that. Okay, and that then just folds over, and I want to put some glue on here. And as you'll see, that is the design I used for my card, just the opposite of the paper, the opposite side. So line that up along there. Doesn't matter that I cut that squint there, because we are just going to add some glue on here and fold that over and give that a good press down. Okay, a little bit of seepage of glue there. Okay, so that's pretty much our package. you will see that I have changed the corners with the awesome Very Best Trio punch. So pop that in there, and it's got guides so that you get right into the corner, and then just press down straight in the middle. Don't try and press it in the corner, it doesn't work. You need to press straight down in the middle. Take that out, flip it around so that you get the same profile, and there we go. And then there is another little one there, and I'm just eyeballing that, trying to make sure that I've got a similar distance there and there. Hold that in place, and again straight down in the middle, and it gives us a piece for our ribbon to go through. So pop that little gift in. What I needed to do was just fold that over there, and I got these in Home Bargains, I think. Pretty sure it was Home Bargains, but any kind of little treat would fit in there. So I have used one of the ribbons from our new mini catalogue, and this is called Sheer Ribbon. It is kind of white, but obviously sheer with silver on it. Just so pretty. It's just nice and simple, but it does add a little bit of sparkle. So giving myself plenty of ribbon to tie. Because there's nothing worse when you're on camera and you've not given yourself enough to play with. I think I've been overly generous this time though. However, right, so it is simply a case of playing about with your ribbon until you're happy with it, which in my case might never actually happen, but never mind. Nice big bow on the top. Give that a little tweak. It's not bad. It's not bad. And then I can trim off my excess. It was a bit too generous. Never mind. Right, so to decorate the front of that, I simply used the Gorgeously Made dies. So there are two large ones. I'm going to use both of those. I'm going to use that little label as well. So with a piece of white card, oh thank goodness I didn't check that. They both fit on there, so give me a moment and I'll just die cut these. I had to put a little bit of washi tape on that one because it was so close, and it just, if it had slid off, it would have ruined it, and I didn't want to risk that. Oh, however, I'm not die cut right to the end. Oopsie. Back in them all. So concerned about the edges, didn't realise I hadn't got it all fully under the top plate. Easily remedied though. Okay, so this one is the one I'm going to use for my package. Just pop out these extra pieces. There's not many. Not too many. There we go. One more. Come on. Here we are. Right, and this one that I used on the card, I left some of those bits in and took some of them out just fairly randomly. But we'll use that soon. Let me just get rid of some of that. And to add a little bit of colour on that, I used a sponge dauber. Okay, so I used Berry Burst for that one, I think I might use Lost Lagoon for this one. And I don't have a Lost Lagoon sponge dauber yet, so here it is. Just take some of that excess off there and just adding a little bit around the edges, just to give it a little bit more. I did chop a bit off there, I think. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Now, I did kind of try and get these ones in here as well by just moving bits out the way. Can't get them all, but just add random bits of colour to me as well as the die cut. That's maybe a bit much down there, but never mind. As I say, it's just to take away the stark white, add a bit extra colour, texture, interest, whatever you wish. Not at all necessary. I just wanted to. And when I want to, I just do it. Right, that'll do. I could be here all day. I have decanted some liquid glue into this little bottle so that I can just add little dabs here and there, mainly on the ends of sprigs. That'll do. Pop that on. Does look rather funky, doesn't it? Oops. There we go. That'll do. And then the thank you is from the Gorgeously Made. And I don't think I've got myself a little piece. I do think this might be thick, but never mind. So a little bit of ink. Thank you on there. And I'm just going to stamp for the card, "You're a great friend," at the same time. Just get that done. Okay, and then the die that I used, as you can see, the die is longer than the label I put on there. So I'm going to die cut it, line it up where I want on there, like that. Bit of washi tape. Try and get some ink off my hands. And I'm just going to die cut that then. Okay, so take that off and then just lay it back over so that we're not cutting the sides again. We're just going to cut that end, washi tape back on, back through the embossing. Cut and emboss. And there we have it. It has been shortened so that it fits a lot better. I will be using that for this one though, just in its entirety, because it's a great fit. Okay, so I will come back to that once I'm ready to do my card. but we're still on our thank you gift. So there's a lovely text stamp, and it goes that way round, okay, because I can see the word 6 quite clearly, and that's the only way I remember. So I've just inked it up, stamped it off, and just stamp over there. Again, just a little bit of extra, not totally necessary. Pop that on there. Hold that a moment so that it does actually stick, and then pop some gems on. And I've used these Tinsel Gems 3-pack, picking up on the Lost Lagoon with that. There it is. So we'll just pick that off, pop them on. Go for another big one up the top there. Lovely. So that's that bit done. We are left with just making a quick card. And for that one, as I say, I turned the paper over, and I've just realised that I've stamped the sentiment for that one. Thinking I was being smart, but I've stamped it in the wrong colour because I'm doing exactly the same with this one. So I need my berry burst. And so my usual card base, which is 21 centimetres, scored and folded in the middle, 10.5 centimetres, 14.5 centimetres in height. As I say, there's nothing special about this card, it's just that I just wanted to show that you can get a card and a treat holder from half a sheet of designer series paper, 12 by 12. Okay, so that will fit on there. And I did have my berry burst. No, that's the green one. Sponge dauber. Did have it. Had it looked out, especially because I wanted to add a little bit more ink around the edge. Clearly, I can easily lose something that size on my desk. It's not a problem. Right, okay, let's just grab another. That's Melon Mambo. I'll use that one as my new. So I'm just adding a little bit of ink around the edges because this does have a white core, so that you can rip it and get that nice effect, which I have done on another card previously. But it does kind of give you a white edge on there, so especially when you've cut it for the other way round. Okay, so I'm just going to add that on there. No, that doesn't go there, it goes on there. You could obviously use the same side so that it does coordinate perfectly. I just wanted it to show off more of the paper. So got that, pop that in there, give that a little bit, and then as I say, I chose on my card, I chose not to take all of those pieces out, and I have a small piece of ribbon, which is this lovely herringbone ribbon. You see that? Gorgeous. So I just chopped off a little bit of that, got it mucky, and I'm not concerned about the edges. I'm quite happy for them to fray, because I'm also I think it ties in nicely with the ripped style of the paper. And I've got a little piece of vellum here that I'm going to just rip as well. Like that. Okay, so I've got my vellum, I've got my ribbon, I've got that die cut, which I can just glue straight down actually. Oh no, yeah, I did. I was trying to remember if I put it in between bits, but I didn't. So if you're leaving some of the bits, cut out bits in, a little bit of difference, you need to remember to add glue to those bits as well, or they might just fall out. Some of them are small enough they probably would stay, but popping that down, straight on. And then, so I'm going to do the other side of this with the correct stamp. I need to clean this. Let me give me a second to get out my very dirty chamois. Quickest and easiest way to clean a stamp though. And you just rinse it under the tap to get the wet ink out. Ink pad, you're a great friend. Pop that down, that's better. Let me die cut that. Find the die again, there we are. And then I will show you how to add these bits together so that they all stick down and you don't see any glue on the vellum. Okay, right, so vellum first, and then my ribbon, and I find that tear and tape is better for ribbon than wet glue. So a little bit of tear and tape on the back of that ribbon. Okay. Didn't want to use my fingers, but can't find my take a pick. It's probably right in front of me. So I'm putting that on at a little jaunty angle, and then I want to have that on so that I can actually get glue on there and on there to stick it onto the card layer. Okay, so I will put glue all over this, but make sure I've got at least a little corner either side exposed, and then put more glue on the back there to stick the vellum. You're a great friend. Got our little torn bit of vellum, frayed bit of ribbon, just makes it a little bit funky. And final bit was to add some gems. Now I didn't have any berry burst gems, did consider going with like just colouring these, but then I actually quite liked the little bit of sparkle against the kind of grunge. So I also stamped the inside of this, so just quickly do that again. True, and just inked up this lovely big stamp. Stamp that there, and I did actually do an extra little bit on the bottom there. And then again, I need to clean this Lost Lagoon ink off. And I didn't want it full strength, so I just did a little bit like that. Okay, so that is now ready to glue to the inside, and I've got 2 of my customer gifts done. Gifts and cards. I'll crack on. Oh dear. Well, I have just made a mess of that one. Let's see how we can cover that up with some more of this stamping. What did I do? My ink powder. Closed it and put it away like a good girl. So let's just put that on there as well. Camouflage. So whoever receives this card, you know that this is the very one I made in my video, because the rest won't have that. So, nice and easy. We have a sheet of designer series paper, some cards, some ribbon, a little bit of vellum, and there you go. We've got 2 little treat pouches and coordinating cards. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd love for you to click on that subscribe button and get a notification the next time I upload a tutorial by clicking on the bell. Until then, please do take care. Bye.